Hey everybody, it's Jason with JER Custom Designs. Today we're going to go ahead and take you in the shop and show you around and see what we got. Alright, so in here we got all of our design stuff from UV printing, sublimation, vinyl graphics, and DTF for garments and things like that. To kind of show you around, we'll start back here. Now we got our computer set up over here that runs all the machines in this area here. Then if you come over to the right here, you'll see our Dtf printer. What this does is it prints out graphics and such. I'll show you. It prints out stuff like this for pressing onto shirts and clothing of all kinds, or anything that can withstand the pressure and temperature of pressing. Then if you kind of go over here, we got our rolling vinyl printer, full color printer. This one here happens to be the 8-color system with white, so you can print on basically any kind of vinyl substrate, clear, white, poly, it doesn't really matter. It prints out. It got a couple stickers here, kind of examples of what kind of stuff it can do. You can do banners, which you probably saw in the intro to this. That's a full color banner that's printed onto a vinyl banner material with this printer. So you can do all kinds of things like sport shots for kids for school. You can do shop banners, event banners, things like that. As well as printed graphics for signs and other things like that. Kind of over here we have, well, first we'll go here. Here's our UV printer. This printer here, we'll take a shot and show you some of the stuff it does over there in a second. This here is the Muto 661 UF UV printer. It does 88 braille, raised texture. You can do a DTF with it as well. They have a system set up for that. You can do roller stuff in here for doing cups and other things like that, which I don't have at the moment, but we're looking into that. And then over here, just kind of got all our presses and stuff for our cup presses, our hat press, our shirt and garment presses, and then we have under here is our sublimation printer. So you could do any kind of shirts. Like we got a couple shirts up on the wall over here with some examples of what the DTF looks like. And then we got some stuff here hanging from the from the shelving. It kind of shows some of the UV stuff that we do, or not UV, but the sublimation. And then of course you got some cups and things up here because we do laser engraving and stuff as well, which we'll show you later on. So this here would be an example of a license plate that's done with sublimation. You can do anything, cutting boards, license plates, tags, luggage tags, shirts, hats, cups, mugs. There's pretty much endless opportunities for that as well. And the stuff you see here, that's all UV printed. UV printed license plate. You can do full color pictures, phone cases. You kind of see some of the stuff here. Phone cases, raised lettering, translucent backgrounds, solid backgrounds. You can even do photos on canvas, and all this is done with the UV printer. Alright, now that we've seen everything here in the design shop, I'm going to take you on a walk through the warehouse to show you where we do our laser work, show you our lasers, kind of give you a brief overview of what we have out there, and show you where the rotary building happens, and kind of go from there. Alright, so when we walk out here in the shop, the first thing we're going to come into is we have our shipping area where everything gets packaged, shipped out, labeled, and sent out the door. Come on over this way. We still do some 3D printing for the rotaries and some prototyping and things like that for other people as needed. So that's where that happens. We have a few printers there. We have some others that are kind of put on standby, but that's where those sit. All right, so out here, this is where all the rotary action happens. This is where all the parts, all our assembled rotaries, all of our stocks up in the rafters, things like that. We got walls full of parts. Because every piece and part that goes into the rotary is put together by hand by the guys here at the shop. They got some workstations here where the guys are working, putting together the rotaries. It's kind of like an assembly line. Kind of starts in the back in pieces, and by the time it gets to the end, it's a complete unit ready to go out the door. So back here we have all of our laser equipment for doing local custom jobs for people, businesses, things like that, as well as we use some of them to actually engrave the rotaries themselves. In the back we have two fiber lasers. We have a thunder laser and then a regular fiber on the right hand side, and then we have our 3 thunders here. We have a Nova 24, an Odin 32, and a Nova 63. Here in a little bit we'll go ahead and show you the process of how we package up our rotaries and stuff. This is not specific to rotaries, but that's what we mainly use this for, so that's kind of what what we'll show you here in a little bit will kind of depict, is from kind of start to finish of what it takes to package one up. But we've always packed them with foam for, you know, probably the past couple of years, and what we used to use is it's a really good product, the sealed air quick RT, Instapack Quick RT. These are the ones that you pop, you kind of mix it up, and it pops and expands and fills the container or whatever you're putting it in, and then you place your product inside of it to cushion it. We used to use these a lot. We still have some left over, but with the volume that we put out now, these things are, 1, not cost effective, and 2, it's just very cumbersome to use and deal with and keep in stock. So what we've basically done is we went out and we got the actual sealed air. It's a Speedy Packer Insight. This is a packing machine that has custom settings for whatever you're doing. Like we have numbers across the front here. These are all programmed for different packages that we send out for, like, say, the Rotoboss Junior, a top, a bottom, whatever. They're pre-programmed in here, and they're also, you can access them through the touchscreen on the display panel there. Basically what this does is it takes this chemical down here, which these are some new ones we haven't put in yet, but behind this table there's 2 of these, and what this does is it takes a mixture from the 2 of these, puts them together inside here, and it basically fills the bag on demand, and that way you can, like I said, you can adjust the size, how much foam's going in it, based on what you're packing and whatnot. It seals it, fills it, cuts it off. It's just so much easier. Some of you guys might have stuff like that or need things like that packed. This is a rather expensive way to do it, but for us it just turned out to be so much easier because everything's right here and we can dictate what goes in the packaging based on the needs of the contents of the package, which for us is mainly the rotaries. You know, once everything's packed here, this is basically our kind of shipping station, so to speak. This is where all of our, you know, packing materials are, our tapes, our stickers, anything that goes in with our rotaries and stuff that we sell. Different products that we sell for other lasers, like the hold down systems, things like that. That's all over here. This is where it all gets packed, labeled, and then goes out the door.